And I loved that. I lived that for a while. Develop colonial dockyards. I don't think there's much more we can do with this tree. See if there's anything over here. There's one thing down there, coordinate rearmament, which might help some of our allies, but it's of like basically no use to us. There's nothing over there. We can do heavy fighter or air. I mean, there's... It's not needed. It's just not. We're not going to need heavy fighters in this game at all. I might as well take that. Is there anything we can do over here? Dismantle the Maginot Line could be done. I see no particular benefit for that, though. We've got all that recruitment thing. Oh, I can't develop these, can I? Because I don't have the excavation 3 and whatever it needs. Okay, so I should be doing that. Region-wide industrial integration. Adds building slots. I mean, I guess I've got very little... No, let's go for some press censorship. A bit of press censorship is always good. No harm in that. Will I try Dying Light 2 when it comes out? Do you know what the release date is? I might do. I might take a look at that. Gothic one's made in Germany, so it didn't have the big Bethesda budget for marketing. I might have also mistaken it for another game. Hexen. Am I thinking of... No, Hexen is something else. There is another game where you run around and it's like a first-person shooter, but you've got like a crossbow or a fireball or something. I'm sure it was called something like Gothic or Hex or something. I'm going to have to dig back in the memory archives for that one. Right, shall we try and finish off this pocket? Let's take my light tanks, which are a little bit battered, probably a little bit out of supply. And let's charge across like that. And do we still have the mediums anywhere? We've got some trucks there, which we're not really using. Where are they? No, I didn't say to do that. I didn't. We can go... Let's go in there. And we'll throw in a bit of infantry support as well. Because why not? We'll throw in a lot of infantry support. Meanwhile, how's this army doing down here? I mean, is it just me, or does that look like the most obvious cut-off in the world? Yeah, their front line is looking pretty weakened now. There's not a lot of divisions in strength there. In some places, there is nothing. I'm just advancing. I'm thinking of Hexen. Okay. That name is ring a bell, but does ring a bell. But there's also another game that with a very similar name to that. That's totally different. Hexed with a double X, maybe? There is something else. I'm going to have to look these up. Are our tanks getting in? The cipher for the Soviet Union is fully decrypted. Okay, I have an idea. Let's get these sneaky devils taken first. What have we got? I've got 7 divisions on there. Let's pile in. I'm sure I don't need all 7, but... 9 divisions. Blows this up. Time for being cautious is probably over. Nice. They're looking really weakened here now, aren't they? We take a look at the casualties. Cool, 4 million. Of which France has caused half. There we go. Can we finish that off? What have we got left? Let's see what that casualty rate goes up to now, because there's suddenly going to be an awful lot more divisions captured in there. Casualty count. We'll have another look in a second. So if I want to play a zombie game, Dying Light 2 will launch on the 4th of February. Thanks, Templar. Cheers for that. Don't play a lot of zombie games. But I might take a look at that with it being new. Mike, welcome back. Right, so we're at 4.1 million. All those divisions as... Yeah, okay. There was like 200 and some thousand men in that little collection. That is quite a lot. Let's just hit this pause button because I have a cunning plan now. We are going to expand. Oh, there's a flipping allied invasion up there. Let's get a huge offensive line going on. Should we go all the way? Hell yes. Let's do this. Stay on this side of the mountains. There we go. That's quite an offensive line. And the other army, which has slightly more offensive troops in it. Let's do this. And join up with Iran. So, smaller army, easier thing to push. I mean, that's... By the time we push all the way to there... Well, you would think the USSR would surrender, but I have had to go well past there to knock them out in previous games. Maybe I'll have a look on Suzerain. Cool game from where This Is the President inspired. Okay. Never heard of it. This Is the President was pretty cool. It's just not great for streaming, unfortunately. Copyrighted music. I'm still angry about that. Also, the PR guy who sent me the copy, who asked me to show you guys the copy, hasn't replied to my feedback about that. I shall log that in the memory banks for next time they come a-knocking. You can disable the music in the menu, but wouldn't that absolutely screw over the big musical scene that lasts 5 minutes in the middle? But it should come with a warning. It should come with a warning. And if PR people are giving it out to streamers and YouTubers, they should say, by the way, you might want to disable the music in this because it's all licensed. He maybe didn't know, but that's on the developer or the publisher, whoever take these PR lot on to inform about such things. And that would be a very quiet game without the music, because I mean there's no voiceover in it, as you know. The background music is nice and chill. Turn that off and you just got this eerie silence. And also, how many more scenes are there going to be like that big musical that have really important music in there? I don't know. But imagine if you come up to a 5-minute cutscene that was just utter silence whilst you read the subtitles at the bottom. You wouldn't get any of the benefit of the humour or anything from that. So it would be kind of a shame. And I don't know if there are any more scenes like that in the game, but let's see. Are we in a position? I don't think we're quite in a position to storm forwards just yet. One more big weakening. Is there any nice big obvious cut-off points that we can go to? This looks weak down here though, doesn't it? This in the middle looks really, really weak. My troops aren't there though, so we'll give them time to arrive. Let me bring... You guys have done nothing for a while. What I need is to like break out. We need Kiev. Okay. Let's bring these lot into here. And I'm going to try and break out and take Kiev. It's a good rail link. And then we'll break out in 2 directions. Chop some of those up. And then I think we can go onto a general offensive. Be generally offensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nip in here. If I get the right one. We edit this. We're going to duplicate this. So just give us the date. What is it? It's 1946. Medium tanks. Update. Make sure I'm on the right one. So these guys are going to be switched for mechanized infantry. Oh, and we also wanted something in here, didn't we? But I haven't got the bloody module invented yet. It was the maintenance thing. But that's not a problem, because I think we're absolutely fine for trucks now, so I don't think that's an issue. So save that. Oh, I should probably alter that, can I? Just recon, cavalry recon, light armoured, which we don't have, or armoured recon company. I suppose for medium tanks it makes sense, doesn't it? Let's do that then. I don't know how I'm off for light tanks, actually. I got plenty. Okay, that's good. Plenty of most things, apart from artillery. Am I really that low on artillery? Where's the artillery section? Oh, because I've recruited a load more, haven't I? All right, let's cut something back that we don't need. Like, I'm not making use of all these fighters. I've got 1,000 in stock, so let me put straight that into artillery plus a few extra. This mechanized equipment is going berserk, so let's do that. We're clearly going to have to try and catch up with this, so factory's going back in there. No enemy ciphers being decrypted. Is it not? Do we have any enemy ciphers left to decrypt? Who are we likely to fight? China, possibly. We will. For the sake of it, we're going to do China. They don't seem too advanced in that department. Oh, what did our spies do? We rescued someone. No, that was infiltrating the Navy. We can do false intelligence. Infiltrate the army. Let's do that. Probably a bit late to be worrying about these. We'll take you and you. We're in the Navy. Bragons. How's it going, by the way? Also, Spain. Tell me about Spain. We're getting the popularity up, but I mean, it is slow. That's that one. We could capture a cipher. Infiltrate the civilian administration. Haven't we just done that? I thought we'd just done that. Maybe we didn't. Well, we'll do it now. Because nobody's got much to do. Actually, I can put some more people on this. Who's that guy? Him. You've got nothing. Go and do the old propaganda thing in Madrid. Do we have anyone doing intelligence networks here, by the way? I don't know if we have. Defending against subversive attack. Do you need to... Maybe that's a problem. Let's see if we can work that up. And I think everyone else is probably busy. Also have a look at Risen or Ryzen for the RPG cravings. Do tell me what that is. Dr. Kastorka. It's going well, thanks. Nice to see you. Mod that increases paranoia each time you pick a focus, decreasing it. You can't disable paranoia. You don't need to get rid of paranoia to get some focuses going. That sounds like a fun time. That sounds quite complicated. Should give Mexico Crimea in the... Yeah, let's see what that happens. Yeah, give them... They can have it. Crimea, that's just going to cause a lot of problems in the future. We'll let the Mexicans deal with that. I'm going to stay on the sunny side of Europe, near where the cheap holidays and the wine comes from. This whole region, it just sounds like trouble, so we'll stay out of it. Right then, where are my forces? So we're going for Kiev. There's not much in front. I can probably really abuse this, in fact. Where's the 4 light tanks? There was a reason I just changed that template. And I haven't got around to using it, so we'll do it after this huge offensive. They're going in. Kiev is mine. Brilliant. Pause. Let's send the medium tanks down to there. No, sorry, we'll go there. And we'll batter in there. And we'll just chop all that off. I don't think there'll be much in the way to stop me, actually. You can go up this way to Chermigov. And then this is going to be a ridiculous cut. I'm going to do it. Screw it. I am going to do it. A double envelopment. Drive the trucks to Poltava and Kharkov. This is going to make a real mess of these front lines, isn't it? Well, the tanks have done it. They're in there. These ones, these lights might have a bit more of trouble breaking through. Go on, let's meet them halfway. I think we're going to get in there. This is crazy. And it should end in disaster. But I don't think it is somehow. Where'd the tanks go? Okay. The tanks you need to cut back across there and just chop a few things up. Looks like we didn't get in over here. Looks like the medium tanks have been stopped by the timely arrival of some Russian infantry.
Attention.
We'll go in this way then. They can't stop us in all places. It does look disgusting what we're doing now. Proper border gore. That's a mess. So the light tanks faltered in their attempts to take the place, but that's not their fault. It was a big ask. See if I can just chop up there. Those guys are going straight on. We can meet up here. It'd be awesome. Where'd my medium tanks go? Are they still trying to batter through? We've got a lot of people trapped in there. Looks like it's going well, though. Dutch Mapping, thank you for the follow there. Welcome to the stream. This is me getting, like extremely greedy. That looks quite doable, actually. Those divisions there look beaten up to hell. You go there, because there's nobody in it. I haven't triggered the general advances yet, but I will. Where are you at? They have their own order for some reason. But he does not, and yet they're both part of this front line. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Ah, the military police. Okay. That, what's this one? Non-aggression pact? Yeah, okay, we don't want to piss off Tibet. What are we researching at the moment? I might come back to that in a moment. Okay, that's busy. None of that matters. We were worried. I mean, we've still got 1936 anti-aircraft guns, for heaven's sake. We've never improved since then. I'm making some real out-of-date stuff. Just some guy with a shotgun, just looking for the aircraft coming in. That was one I wanted, but suddenly I don't feel that's as important. In the industry, these were important to try and get the oil, weren't they? The nukes are in progress. The radar we can forget about the radar. I will get the next strategic bombers on, if we ever nuke anyone. Logistics broke OWB, and you've no idea when EAW are going to update. Guess I'm back into vanilla. Logistics logistics in this have caused some problems, have they? Are those mods? What's the goal on this game? Beating Russia or world? It's not going to be world domination. That doesn't feel very French. So the initial goal was just to win World War II, which we did. And then Russia kicked off almost immediately afterwards with one of our allies. That drew us into that war. And I think that will do. If we can just like submit the Soviet Union, I'll be quite happy to call that a day there as France. Because we're democratic France, so declaring war on places isn't the easiest thing to achieve. And fighting through China will be no fun at all. Unless they kick off, in which case we'll defend our territories over here. But yeah, I think that's the plan. I think that'll be a good point to probably leave it. Shall we make sure we've got what we need down here? I don't think my medium tanks are doing that well, are they? Are they wearing out, or are we winning? Might be winning. We've managed to link up over here, which is really cool. Let's drive in. Let's bring a few infantry divisions over. Oh, that doesn't look like that's going to work, does it? Let's cancel. Until they're weakened a bit. Lots of individual cuts. And then I think their front line should be so beaten up, we'll just order a general advance to the, these offensive lines that we've programmed in. The Soviet Union is just in no state to go to war with Romania, especially when they were part of our allied faction. They should have built up a lot better than they had, so they were kind of disappointing. And then what I'll do is I'll manually use some of these divisions and stuff to break through areas and speed things up. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no supply in lots of places. We are a little bit low on supply. Let's take that one there. Spread out a bit. Looks like our trucks... We got to Kharkov and then we stopped. Let's finish that off there. Do I have enough troops to... I don't think I have enough men there to do it. The enemy are actually quite decently entrenched. This should be doable. Let's get you three into there. Nope. Are we under attack? I think we were temporarily. Attention. Yeah, it's keeping units in supply is pretty damn tricky on a situation like this because it's out of our territory, so we're limited in what we can build and supply with. I could have developed some transport planes, which would have really helped, I suppose, but I feel like it's probably a bit late for that. Having said that, we do have a good chunk of factories these days, so we have modern tanks, right? We should really put that into good effect, shouldn't we? I think that's everything we want to research here. There's no more extra engines or armor. We could go down there. Support companies. Ah, that reminds me. Yes. All right, we'll maybe have a look at that. The weapons. We're good for weapons. Yeah, I will... I don't need to worry about this. I thought I'll do military police because I'll show you why in a minute. But we were fine for manpower, so there is a reason why that is useful. We'll set off. Let's at least look like we're advancing into the modern era. So, I've got a garrison division up here somewhere. Here we go. It is cavalry that I've never updated. So let me just put some more in to make it up to 10. 20 width. So this is for suppression. I don't use these in the front line. And then we stick in... We don't need recon on this at all. We don't physically build them. But we put in military police to boost the suppression rating up. That was expensive. But save it. And then we go into this. Occupied territories. And we change our territory. Did I never set this over? I've had that garrison division made and I've never altered it. Put it up to that. Because it's more, or rather it's less manpower per suppression point. Because we've built it just for that job. So we stick that in there. And that, I think this will then, I don't know if it increases available manpower, but it should reduce the amount of manpower and equipment needed to garrison all our areas. That's the idea anyway. That's what I've always done. So if it works like that, great. If I'm misunderstanding it, then not so great. Casualty count. The Soviet Union is now up to 4.87 million, and our loss is 1.800k or 180k. Nuclear reactor. Nice. I guess we just go for nuclear bombs straight off that. Yeah. Give me the nukes. We do have strategic bombers as well. You need a lot of these to get any decent amount of nukes, don't you? That's maybe a bit overkill. But we're going to do it regardless. Let's get them built. Think we'll get to deploy one before the war is over. What do I have up here? That's not... these poor old light tanks are knackered. Let me withdraw them back to a railway line somewhere. They did the job, though. They did a good job as well. And the medium tanks... Oh, they're down here. Just chilling. Right. Change template on those 4 to the brand new medium tank divisions. We don't have enough towed artillery. But that's... I shouldn't need more towed artillery. They must be missing it already then. But we have everything else. We have enough mechanized. Great. Jet engines. In that case, we go to the aircraft. And let's get jet fighters. And go on production. There must be something in here to change out after all that, surely. The truck situation has just gone insane. I had a huge shortage of trucks earlier, but we've managed to overcome that nicely. So what can I pile this production into? We have enough trains. Improved anti-tank is looking lower. Oh, it's probably gone straight into artillery, has it? Probably. We now have a lot of... oh, we don't need all these medium tanks. Oh, hang on. I'll tell you what we do need. Yeah, cut that down 2 a day. We'll have a stock. Start working up the... I was going to say the modern tanks. I don't think we'll be able to build one with 44 XP. I'll come back to that in a bit. Right then, what silly situation happened here then? Let's finish this bit off.
Attention.
Drive people in. You going in, fellas? Or not? You lot. Will you attack? Am I on pause here, or are we? Are these retreating? They must be retreating. Hey, Spartan. How's it going today? I've got to say, with the new supply rules, it was bad enough before when you got into this situation where you're trying to advance across like Allied territory, but now it's... I don't know whether it's any worse, but it's still the pain in the ass situation where it's really hard to supply your own armies, and you're so limited on what you can actually do to improve the infrastructure and roads and stuff along the way. In Allied territory, that is. It's... you just got to accept, I think, that there's only so much you can do there, and just go with it. But yes, air support for landing air supplies, transport aircraft would help. Right, I think that's going to see that sorted out. Everywhere looks pretty weak. I'm going to trigger a general offensive. And we're going to go for it. So we're going for that. That's going to be our front line. Where's Moscow? I'm tempted, you know, just to get the trucks and tanks and stuff and just pile straight in down there.
Attention.
Let's turn these guys into
Attention.
the new super duper medium tanks. They're basically just replacing trucks for mechanized. And there's the new one finished. Excellent. And get straight on with that. Switch that for the new one. Can we actually modify these? We can. Okay. I'm not going to bother, because we're not going to be with them for a long time, but interesting that you can. Reinforcements look to have arrived already. Nice. Let's see where the Russian supply bases are. There's one. Let's go chop that up.